Uh,
All right. So good morning, everybody. I'm Jackie Green from the Chatham County Council on Aging, and our program this morning is called Let's Laugh. Laughter
yes.
is the best medicine.
Mhm.
All right. So let me just do something here real quick. All right. So here are 10 things that laughter does for us. It helps reduce tension. It
Yes.
promotes cooperation. How many times have you seen that you might be in kind of a confrontational environment and somebody says something lighthearted and it dissipates the negative energy that's around and it makes people cooperate better?
Mhm.
Laughter helps build trust, as long as you're not picking on somebody, right? Right? If your humor is picking on somebody, it may not build trust, but we're going to work on the building trust part. Laughter helps inspire a positive outlook. It changes our outlook. It makes it better. It removes barriers between people, helps bring them together. It increases motivation. I like this one. It improves memory. How many of us need to improve our memory?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness,
Yeah.
We all need that, don't we?
Yeah, right.
Here's another one, especially during COVID. It enhances your immune system. It helps our body fight off disease better. And as somebody said earlier, it lowers blood pressure. Most of us need that. Here's another one. I think this is one we all need too. It improves alertness and creativity. You didn't know all that, did you?
No.
All right. Well, that's why we're here. All right. Here we go. Let me find my first joke. Does anybody else want to start with a joke this morning, or am I? I guess it's me. You're stuck with me then. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with famous one-liners from famous people.
Huh?
I'm going to say it. This is a
I
famous
was gonna
one. This
open
is
the
a
door for you.
one-liner. Can you hear me okay? All right. This is a one-liner from somebody famous. I'm going to say the one-liner and let's see if you can guess who said it. Okay? Here's the first one. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. You know who that was? That was Woody Allen.
Oh.
All right, here's another one. People, even more than things, have to be restored, renewed, revived, reclaimed, and redeemed. Never throw anybody out. You know who said that? Let me read that one again. That one had a lot of inspiration in it. People, even more than things, have to be restored, renewed, revived, reclaimed, and redeemed. Never throw out anyone. That was from the famous Audrey Hepburn.
Oh.
All right. Here's the next one. Marriage is a great institution, but I'm not ready for an institution. You know who said that? Let me do it again.
Had to be a man.
Oh, what? Guess what? You're wrong. Here we go. Ready? Here it is. Marriage is a great institution, but I'm not ready for an institution. And it was a woman.
Really?
Mae West.
Yeah. Oh, I think I got one.
Okay, Daryl, go ahead.
Well, there was what it says. Every summer I go down to the beach, and every summer I go down to the beach and I lie down in the sun, take off my shirt and lie down in the sun. You should see my pot roast.
You should see what?
Pot roast? You should see my pot roast.
Okay.
No, that?
Did you hear that, everybody? I'm not sure if you caught that. That was good. Every summer I go down and sit in the sun. You should see my pot roast.
Oh, gee. Who said
Never said
that?
that?
That was Daryl.
um,
Who said that?
Henny Youngman.
Penny Youngman. Okay. All right, here's another one. All right, here's another one-liner. I don't want to achieve immorality through my work, or immortality. You probably wanted to achieve immorality. I said that wrong. I don't want to achieve immortality through my work. I want to achieve it through not dying. Who do you think that was? That again was Woody Allen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to do two things at once again. There we go. All right. Here's another one. Some cause happiness wherever they go. Others whenever they go.
Oh, Mama.
Let me read that one again. Sometimes these sneak by us. Some cause happiness wherever they go. Others cause happiness whenever they go. That was from Oscar Wilde.
Yeah, right. That's a while.
All right. Here is a little story. All right. A little funny story.
He said he won't get it today. I don't know when he's going to get it.
All right. Here's the next joke. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. A 79-year-old great-grandmother in Ireland felt strongly one day that 80 was the new 20 and proceeded to go and get her first tattoo. Okay? Not used to going out on her own much, her family was looking for her when she came back with a colorful heart on her arm. She claimed to be a little disappointed that the procedure didn't hurt more. Not sure why, but do you have one for us, Miss Bonnie? I see you with some papers in front of you.
Got one.
Okay, Bonnie's got one. Go ahead, Bonnie.
Sunday school teacher was describing how Lot's wife looked back and suddenly turned into a pillar of salt. The teacher's mother looked back once a while, and while she was driving, and she turned into a telephone pole. and the clue was, it says, always try to drive so that your license will expire before you do.
Oh, I like that, Bonnie. Oh, that was good.
Oh.
All right. So here's a one-liner. You ready?
Nothing. Nothing. I cut it off so I can listen to her. She won't cut it down. She didn't tell me to cut it off. She told me to cut it down.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Here's the next one.
I still hear it.
Who can hit high C 12 times in a row without taking a breath? Who can hit high C 12 times in a row without taking a breath? A soprano with the hiccups.
Oh, yeah, right. I was thinking about that. Yeah, right.
Oh, Lordy.
All right, here's another one. I bet you guys can answer this one. What kind of button won't unbutton? What kind of button won't unbutton?
The belly button.
A belly button. I knew somebody would get that one.
Oh.
Here's one. Here's a customer and he's in a store. He's in a restaurant. Says, waiter, please bring me an omelet. And the waiter says, French or Spanish, sir? Customer says, who cares? I'm gonna eat it, not talk to it.
Oh, man.
Let's see.
Oh, I got one.
Okay, Daryl, go ahead.
What kind of fruit goes out the seed?
What kind of fruit goes off to sea?
No, what kind of fruit goes out to sea?
What kind of fruit goes out to sea?
Hmm.
I don't know.
A navel orange.
Ah! Arr, 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 arr.
Oh boy.
That was good, Carol. All right. Anybody else got one? Bonnie, you got another one?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay.
I
right,
have
here's
one
another
that
one.
you might have heard it before.
That's okay. Go
What
ahead.
do you call a chicken? What do you call a chicken that crosses the road to roll in the mud and then crosses back over?
He crosses the road and what?
Crosses the road, rolls in the mud, and then crosses back over.
Does anybody know? What is it, Miss Shirley?
It's a dirty double crosser.
Whoa! Clock, 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 clock.
That's the only joke I know. So.
That's okay. That's okay. All right. Anybody else got one? I don't want to just be the one to tell jokes, so I like it when somebody else tells jokes.
Oh, you know something? I got another one. You know.
Okay, Daryl, go ahead.
In my development, we have a golf course, and you know what? When I see people golfing, I said, before you strike the ball, address the ball. Hello, ball.
Oh boy.
Oh man, that's my kind of joke, Daryl. That is my kind of joke. All right, let's see. Bear with me just a minute. Let me get to the next one. All right. For those of us that went and we had our immunizations, we had our immunization last Tuesday. Here we go. Little Johnny comes home with a sad face after a vaccination. And his father, trying to distract him, says, "Oh, Johnny, it's all over. Tell me, what were you vaccinated against?" To which Johnny replies, "Against my witches."
Yes. I guess
That's a good one.
So here is a true story. Let me tell you a true story that's kind of funny. So when I was a kid, we always had to get our flu shot. We were from a big family. We had 7 people in our family, and my parents firmly believed in getting us all a flu shot. And we didn't like it as kids, obviously. So what ended up happening was some years my parents would tell us before we went to school, okay, today we're going to the doctor to get your flu shot when you tonight after dinner, or sometimes they surprised us with that news when we went. Well, my oldest sister was scared. She was petrified of needles. I mean, a huge phobia. So we always played with, does she go first and scare everybody, or does she go last? So that nobody else hears her screaming and carrying on. Well, we always went to this doctor that had a couch in the waiting room, and he, all his kids would be waiting out in the waiting room, and my mother or my father would be in the doctor's office with the kid that was getting the shot. And the one year, my sister was the last one to go, and my father had to go in and take her and pull her into the room to get her shot. Well, she decided she was going to hang on to the couch for dear life. So she hung onto the couch, then she hung on to the couch leg. She hung on so hard that when my dad pulled her, she broke the couch leg off the couch.
Oh no.
So every time we went into the doctor's office after that, the couch leg of the couch was replaced with a paint can. So everybody got to see the couch with the paint can for a leg because my sister pulled the leg off. Then there was another time when my sister went to get a shot with my dad, and my dad had to hold her down.
Oh,
And when he held her down this one time, she bit his arm and broke his
Oh
skin.
no.
So then my dad had to get a tetanus shot because he had to get my sister a shot. He was not too happy.
I know, must be, yeah.
So that's real life. That's real life kind of ironic kind of jokes. Anyway.
Oh my.
So let me do something here. All right, let's see another real joke here. What do you call two birds in love?
Lovebird.
Oh, that's a good one. Not the answer I had. Tweethearts.
Oh.
Oh, sweetheart.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
yeah,
you.
right. Yeah.
All right. All right. Hold on a second. Another one. Let's see. Here's a funny story. All right. This is called The Sweet Grandmother. Okay, I know we have some sweet grandmothers on the phone. We'll see whether or not this is the same kind of sweet grandmother you are. All right. A sweet grandmother telephoned St. Joseph's Hospital. She timidly asked, "Is it possible to speak to someone who can tell me how a patient is doing?" And the operator said, "I'll be glad to help, dear. What's the room and room number of the patient?" If you've got background noise in your house,
No,
muted out. It was really loud there for a minute. Thank you. And the in room 302. The operator said, "Let me put you on hold while I check with the nurses station for that room." A few minutes later, the operator returned to the phone. The operator says, "I have good news. Her nurse just told me that Norma is doing well. Her blood pressure is fine. Her blood test just came back normal. And her physician, Dr. Cohen, has scheduled her to be discharged tomorrow." The grandmother says, "Thank you. That's wonderful. I was so worried. God bless you for the good news." The operator said, "You're more than welcome. Is Norma your daughter?" The grandmother says, "No, I'm Norma Findlay in room 302 and nobody tells me anything. Thanks again."
Oh, boy. That's a good one.
That's the way to get your information. They can't do that anymore because of HIPAA.
Yeah,
But
right.
all right. You liked that one, didn't you, Miss Peggy?
Oh,
Right,
that was wonderful.
Here's another one. This one's called Customer Complaint. It's Mr. Finnegan, and he says, "Gentlemen, I have been riding your trains daily for the last 2 years, and the service on your line seems to be getting worse every day. I am tired of standing in the aisle all the time on a 10-mile trip. The transportation system is worse than that enjoyed by people many years ago." Here's the reply. "Dear Mr. Finnegan, we received your letter with reference to the shortcomings of our service and believed you are somewhat confused in your history. The only mode of transportation 2,000 years ago was by foot. Sincerely, the railway company." So Mr. Finnegan replies to him, "I am in receipt of your letter, and I think you are the ones who are confused in your history. If you refer to the Bible and the book of David, 9th chapter, you will find that Balaam rode to town on his ass. That, gentlemen, is something I have not been able to do on your train." Oh, I lost the rest of my joke. "Not been able to do on your train." Hold on a minute. Oh, it's gone. I'll add in the end. "For some time."
Okay.
I lost the rest of that
Oh
joke.
my goodness.
I've got another one.
All right, Bonnie, go ahead.
A traffic warning sign read, "Heads, you win. Cocktails, you lose. The one who has one for the road gets a trooper for a chaser."
That was good.
Oh,
That was good. All right, let's see. Here's some funny one-liners about getting old. We all have to do it, right? We're able to
Right.
we're able to get older, right? Here we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Says here, when you're getting old, everything hurts. What doesn't hurt doesn't work.
Yes, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Here's another one. The gleam in your eye is the sun shining in your bifocals.
That's right.
All right. Here's another one. You feel like the morning after, but you haven't been anywhere.
Oh, no.
Here's another one. You know you're getting old when your children begin to look middle-aged.
Oh, boy.
Mm-mm-mm.
Here's another one. You have all the answers, but nobody asks any questions.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Here's another one. You need glasses to find your glasses.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's another one. You turn out the light for economy instead of romance.
Oh, yeah, right.
True.
Right. Right.
So true.
All right. I got another one here. Your knees buckle, but your belt won't.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And your back goes out more than you do.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Your house is too big and your medicine cupboard is not big enough.
yeah.
Yeah, right, right, right.
Yeah.
Here's another one. I think these are cute. You sink your teeth into a steak and they stay there.
Yeah. What?
Oh,
Into a
no.
steak and they stay there.
Yeah.
Oh,
This one's for you, Miss Peggy, since we just celebrated your birthday. You with the birthday people yesterday. Your birthday. Here's one for those of you that celebrated over 90 years. You ready? Your birthday cake collapses under the weight of the candles.
Yeah, that's on the way.
Oh my.
God.
Giggles are good for us. Giggles are good.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right, let's see what other ones we can find. Let's see. Anybody else got one while I'm looking for another one? Here's one. A little boy is learning to play the violin. I'm good, aren't I? He asks his big brother. And his brother says, you should be on the radio. And the little brother says, wow, do you think I'm that good? And the big brother says, no, but at least if you were on the radio, I could switch you off.
Oh, no.
Kind of like what they needed to do with the
Right?
debates the other night. Here's another one. There were two mosquitoes watching donors give their blood. Isn't that typical, the one said to the other. They're quite happy to lie there and let someone suck a whole pint of blood out of them, but if you nip in for a tiny sip, they try to kill you.
Gee. Oh, no.
All right, here's in the classroom, a teacher asks a 5-year-old girl, if God walked into this room, what would you do? That's an interesting question. If God walked into the room, what would you do? The little girl replies, I would pick up the Bible and give it to God and say, this is your life.
That's a good. That's good. That's a good one. That's true.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
Oh yeah, I remember the show on talking. This is your life.
That's right. All right, here's a funny one. This one I think will make you chuckle. You ready? Hold on a minute. I gotta write something down here. I'm trying to write down the dates on my paper so I don't tell you the same ones 2 months in a row. All right. This is a joke about this is a funny short story about a bus trip. Following a trip on a bus with his father, a little boy complained to his mother that daddy had made him give up his seat for a young lady. And his mother said, well, what's wrong with that? Young gentlemen should give up their seats for a lady. And the youngster replied, but I was sitting on dad's knee.
Oh, Lordy.
Daddy got in trouble.
Yeah.
You sure did. Oh,
Hey.
gracious.
By the way, have you heard this one? It's a guy complained to his neighbor about his dog digging in the yard. And the neighbor says, lots of dogs dig in the yard. Yes, the neighbor says, but with a backhoe?
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. All right, let's see. Here's a story that's called Trust Him. Okay. On a Sunday before Christmas, the Reverend Billy Graham was walking down Highland Street in North Carolina on his way to see a parishioner. However, he wanted to post a parcel urgently, so he asked the young boy where he could find the post office. When the boy had directed him, Reverend Graham thanked him and said, if you come up to the church this evening, you can hear me telling everyone how to get to heaven. The boy replied, I think I'll give your sermon a miss. If you don't even know your way to the post office, how will you lead me to heaven?
Oh, gee. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what other ones I got here.
Jackie, while you're looking for another one, the hayride that you all had in the packet, does that just mean that people at the Eastern Center can come?
Oh, no, it's for both centers.
Okay.
Hee-haw, it's not a hayride, it's going to be hee-haw.
It's hee-haw, isn't it?
Yeah, the yeehaw. Yeah, it's not we're not calling it hee-haw for copyright reasons. We're calling it yeehaw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's going to be, let me see the date. Let me find my calendar. I've got my desk covered with jokes. The 29th.
The 29th, yeah.
Yeah, Thursday the
October.
29th, and you just need to make reservations for that with Liz.
Okay.
Oh.
And it is for everybody. So we're going to have everybody parked outside. Okay.
I'm gonna have to hang up on y'all.
Okay. See you later, Miss Mary Louise. We're glad you were with
Y'all
us.
take care.
Okay. Bye. Let's see. Okay. Here's a little short story called Everybody, Somebody, Anybody, Nobody. Okay. I think that covers everybody. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Once upon a time, there were 4 people named Everybody, Somebody, Anybody, and Nobody. There was an important job. That needed to be done, and everybody was sure that somebody would do it. Anybody could have done it, but nobody did it. Somebody got angry about that because it was everybody's job. Everybody thought anybody could do it, but nobody realized that. Everybody didn't do it. It ended by everybody blaming somebody when actually nobody could accuse anybody.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wonderfully confusing.
Who's on
Lord.
first? Right? That's kind of like that joke, who's on first?
Oh, yeah, right. That was hilarious, man. I'll tell you.
All right, here's another one.
Man.
You got one for us, Daryl?
No, I said that was Abbott and Costello. They were hilarious.
That's right. Yeah, they tell jokes better than I do, that's for sure.
Yeah, because.
All right, another one. This one's called Missing. Okay? I've hunted near. I've hunted far. I'm trying to figure out, I'm not sure who's got the background noise going on in there.
No.
There's a lot of background noise somewhere. Anyway, it's called Missing. I've hunted near, I've hunted far, I even looked inside my car. I've lost my glasses, I'm in need to have them now so I can read. I proudly swear and I curse, did I leave them in my purse? Are they behind the sofa or under the bed? Oh, there they are, on my head.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
How many of us have done that, right?
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
The other day I did that with my phone. I was looking around for my phone. And I realized after I had looked for like 5 minutes that my husband was talking on it because my daughter had called me and then she had wanted to talk to him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gracious.
He finally went, oh, you dummy?
Yeah.
All right, here's another little funny short story. How am I, you ask? Well, I must say, I'll be fine as soon as this pain goes away. I'll be fine when I lose 100 pounds, and my cough isn't really as bad as it sounds. The sight in my eye will return, they say, as soon as this pain in my head goes away. I guess I'm able to hear again, but the doctor can't really tell me when. My teeth are okay, all the bad ones fell out, and I could be walking if it weren't for this gout. But other than that, I really feel fine. Oh, if only they'd fix the curve in my spine. How am I, you ask? Well, I'll tell you real quick. I was fine until you asked me.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, here's this one called, let's try this. It's from an orthopedic surgeon. While sitting at your desk in front of your computer or in your armchair, lift your right foot off the floor and make clockwise circles. Now, while doing this, draw the number 6 in the air with your right hand. Okay, so if you sit in your chair, lift your right foot off the floor and make circles. I'm doing this as we speak. So lift your right foot off the floor and do clockwise circles. Now, while doing this, draw a number 6 in the air with your right hand. What happens?
You make number 6 with your foot.
Your foot has changed direction. That's right. Before the day is gone, I bet you're going to try it again if you haven't already done so. So it does. It makes it change direction. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, no.
Let's see. Here's a cute little one-liner. What happened when the dentist and the manicurist had an argument? What happened when the dentist and the manicurist had an argument? They fought tooth and nail.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, right.
All right. Why can't you bury people who live? Why can't you bury people who live opposite a graveyard?
Because they're not dead yet.
Because they're not dead. That's right. When I read that one, it didn't make sense to me. All right, here's another one. Waiter, how long will my pizza be? And the waiter replies, sorry, sir, we don't do long ones. We only do round ones.
Oh, yay. Good
grief. You probably know the answer to this one. Why did the robber take a bath? Because he wanted to make a clean getaway.
Oh.
Oh, yes.
I think I got another one by Henry Youngman.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, Henry Youngman was on laughing one time, and he said, "Get my nephew in here." He says, "Larry, come in." He says, "Larry, how old are you?" He says, 5. And Henry says, "You want to be 6?" The nephew says, "Not under your conditions."
Okay.
Let's see. Here's another one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What is an indication of iron deficiency?
Mm-hmm.
What is a definition? What is an indication of iron deficiency?
Oh. You get tired quickly?
Wrinkly clothes.
Oh. Right.
Oh,
That's a good
goodness.
one. That's a good
Some of these are pretty bad, but that's okay.
one.
All right. Here's another funny short story. You ready? We'll do that. We're going to end with this one.
Mhm.
If I want to, I have the right to change my mind. Husband and wives. The couple were driving along a country road in silence. They had earlier had a discussion, which in turn led to an argument, and neither one wanted to concede their position. As they passed a farmyard, they noticed several pigs, mules, and goats. Relatives of yours? The husband asked sarcastically. The wife said, yes, in-laws.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
I was thinking, the last time that happened, then they had a dispute. It just split the country in half, and we had a civil war.
That's right. All right, one more fun joke. And this is how children think. Does anybody else have a joke they want to say before I do this one? Before we wrap up with this one? Did you have another one, Bonnie?
No.
Okay, here we go. I was driving with my 3 young children one warm summer evening when a woman in the convertible ahead of us stood up and waved. She was stark naked. I was reeling from the shock. I heard my 5-year-old shout from the back seat, "Mom, that lady isn't wearing a seatbelt."
A good one.
Oh, my.
Well, I'm glad you all joined us today. I hope you got a chuckle or two from this.
Yes.
And I think
Yes,
we all need
did.
to laugh more and be serious less. And I hope your blood pressure is lower. I hope you're in a better mood.
Right.
And remember, we love you all, and we just want the best for everybody. And let us know if there's anything that you might need.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank